Jason's in here trying to paint in the dark as an excuse.
Dude, if I can't see it, I can't.
So here we go.
Blame me. No, shut that off.
There you go. We are back on site this morning. I got you guys some help. Young Perkins here. Oh boy. He's your helper. If you want him to roll walls, clean, tape off, whatever. Gotcha. And the good news for you is they have switched over to this side, which now is air conditioning on. I mean, how much more cush can you get? So it was like 80 something degrees in here, 60 something in there. Yeah. What a day it's gonna be.
I just got informed that this week, on the weekend, the person that's going to be living in this side's moving their stuff in.
Okay, in B.
Yeah, they're not going to live here because there's no CO and there's no water, and so they can't stay. But her stuff is going to be here.
Okay. So that's
Sunday.
Top priority over here.
Yeah, so we need to at least have it done, cleaned out, none of our stuff in here, so that I don't know what she's got, how much. I'm expecting the worst, of course. So we'll try to have this side maybe prioritized.
Arlo is installing the stair treads that are made out of oak, and he's got a little pro tip about making them fit really nice and look really nice when they're done. What you got?
Take about a 2-degree bevel on the back of this thing, top being the high part. That way, when you push it up there, fits tight.
Okay.
Or if you have to plane it,
it's easy. Yeah, you can take a little hand plane, make an adjustment because it's like just a point. That's a great tip. I wish I would have thought of that myself a long time ago. All right, let's follow him in here. He's in charge of getting these stairs in. Did you hear about Unit B?
I did hear about Unit B, like it's got to be the one that's done first.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
That side looks good, and this.
So you can see
this side.
He's going to make a little trim here.
This side is going to be just
a micron. So I'm going to look at these other ones up here, and you can see
they're not perfect, but they're pretty good.
They're really good. I mean, for Arlo to say it's perfect, it's got to be like micron tight. So I brought my own welding helmet today.
Is that right? You've been welding for 10 minutes and now you got your own welding helmet.
I do, and we actually sell these on PerkinsDeals.com for 38 bucks. And it's got all the gadgets where you can adjust this thing exactly how you want it for the auto shading. And that's about less than half what you pay at a retail store.
So it's an auto dark mask.
It is an auto darkening mask. It means you can see through it, and then when it detects the arc, it gets darker.
Wow, you're like some kind of expert on this stuff.
Well, you know. So hey, 38 bucks. We have 1,300 of these in stock. When they're sold, they're gone. That's probably $100 plus helmet at like a box store.
There's a lot of ways that you could cut this angled miter cut on these pieces of tubing, but I really prefer that handheld angle grinder with a cutoff disc because I can be so precise in getting my angle accurately and cutting right to my line. Also, you can see that I left this flat right here, and I cut this piece short by enough to account for that flat so that when I weld the other one to it, I have two nice flat surfaces to weld my bead into. That'll give me a place that I can round the grind it rounded just like the edge of this right here, and it'll match and be kind of soft to the touch. So I just prefer that if I don't have to do a whole ton of them.
Now that we have the sections welded to the bases or the feet, we're gonna mock the whole frame up on this nice flat table and tack it together. But I think Jamie's gonna actually flatten this table a little more with a belt sander. It needs to be really flat. Jamie says he's got the frame square and level. What else? Tack it?
I think it's ready to tack. Now, I did just do the framing square to say that it's square.
Yeah.
But all the metal tubing is straight, so there's a good chance it is. Now, I could pull some diagonals here, but I don't know if it's worth it.
All right, I'm going to stop you there. Let's just weld it.
Okay.
All right, he couldn't help himself.
I'll just poke
It's hard to pull a diagonal the way you're butting in here anyway.
That's the problem. I'm a little bit short of 56. I'm going to just see if maybe I can just assure myself here that wherever it kind of nuzzles up.
Sort of
I mean, it's perfect, actually.
Okay.
It's perfect.
Don't touch it.
Perfect.
We're gonna tack like opposite corners, kind of like how you tighten the lugs on a vehicle rim, so that as the metal draws, it doesn't misshape the railing. I burned a hole in this outside corner. There was like more of a gap there and less material, and I don't think it dissipates the heat as quickly. So I'm gonna fill it back in with some short little zaps and fix that up. Now that we have this frame all welded and ground, we're gonna install the pickets, and they're these 3/4 tubular steel, and they need to be on less than a 4-inch space between them for code here, and we're gonna weld them. I think that's it. Jamie has sandblasted them all, and so they're really nice and clean. Jamie's gonna measure our total picket width and our overall width, and then do some math to get the spacing right. We had to add 1 picket more than we had, and that's a good way to do it. You can see we're using just a piece of 5/8 here to space our pickets up, and that's making them hit about dead center in our frame section there.
I think it is. So 5/8 at the top and 5/8 at the bottom.
Math don't lie. We've got all of our pickets welded in now. Everything looks great, except for...
I screwed up. Dang it, boys.
We made it an inch too long. What happened was we measured, and I say we.
It's my fault. You can say it.
From there to there was 54.5, and that measurement should have been 54.5 from there to the end of the flange.
Yes.
Which is actually 55.5. So we're gonna take an inch off of our little return here, zoop, and stick that plate back on. And it'll work, and we'll do the other side more correctly to start with. So that's a bummer. I was like, yes, it's done. And Jamie looks at me, he's like, oh, shoot. He's like, he just realized after all of this time that he,
Yeah.
We'll fix it.
Test fitting is a good idea. You know, and I thought this set
You
right
did
here,
mention that.
I thought this would be so easy that I didn't need to make a template. That's, you know?
Yeah.
So I guess it goes to prove that even the most simple stuff, it doesn't hurt just to make a real template. And
Yeah.
I probably, at least, wouldn't have screwed up.
Yeah. He did say, let's test fit this thing before we, finish it, like paint it. And I was like, what for? That's why, right there. So while Jamie fixes that, I'm gonna go take Chase some money and some stuff for lunch, because I left him with nothing. No money, no food, no water. That's how our dad taught us to build.
It's true.
Just leave us out on the job site, no vehicle, no money, no food, no water, and we were stuck. I'm not gonna do that to him. That was traumatizing a little bit. We have partnered with Geology to bring you this video, and they know that skincare is a science and that most guys don't spend the time to get the personalized skincare for their type of skin that they need, and that's where they come in. Do you know about skincare?
Not much.
See? So I'm in the sun at work, and actually I like being outside, so my days off I'm in the sun usually too, and it was really easy for me to get the type of skincare products that I needed. I just took their 30-second diagnostic quiz. With a few clicks, I told them about my skin and goals, and their team of dermatologists designed personalized routine just for me, and it shipped right to my door. It's that simple. For my face, I use the Everyday Face Wash in the morning, and then the Vital Morning Cream, and then at night I use the Everyday Face Wash and the Nourishing Eye Cream before bed. Geology has won all kinds of awards for doing what they do so well and has 7,000 plus 5-star reviews. People love their products.
And they have lots of products for anything to do with your skincare, including face wash, body wash, and deodorant. And of course, all these products are made with ingredients that are trusted by dermatologists and cosmetic chemists. Right now, for their 5-year anniversary, they are hooking you up with an absolutely insane offer. Use my code Perkins70 or scan the QR code on the screen, and they'll give you an exclusive 70% off their award-winning skincare trial set. On top of that, you can take 30% off the add-on products of your choice when you add it onto the trial. This is one of the best offers you're gonna see, so get it before it's gone. Thank you, Geology, for partnering with us on this video. Let's get back to work. How's it going here? No response.
Yeah, it's going wonderful there, welder boy.
Oh, there's been a major calamity at the welder boy factory.
Yeah, I heard. I think you did that crap on purpose just so you didn't have to come here and paint.
I think so too.
You been working hard?
Yeah, sanding,
All right.
baseboards and frames.
How's your new boss?
He works about as hard as you do.
Really hard? You're gonna choke on that freaking off. Gut.
Here, buddy. Hey, you know, there's a cool motto that I've heard when I first got into construction.
Oh yeah, it's called Shut Your Mouth.
It's called measure twice and then actually cut it and put it together once. Yeah. Have you ever heard that motto?
I never heard of that. It's weird.
That's weird. Yeah. How's the welding going?
I don't know. I haven't done any.
How's the measuring going?
Not good.
Let's see if it works now. He fixed it. I bet he fixed it.
Why, something wrong? Was something wrong?
Too long. Just like usual.
Oh gosh.
It's always bad when it's
I've heard it now, dude.
Why don't you do something useful and help me carry this thing?
Raise guy.
Nah, he's just good at heckling. Stay right there and heckle.
Why else would I be here?
Quiet touch right there. It's okay though. It's actually totally
that's gonna look great.
It's totally fine. It is gonna work.
Arla's using this marking jig for placement of the nails and the treads. You can see how they're all evenly spaced like that. And I don't know that I've ever seen anyone do that before, but I think it's a great idea.
Seems to work.
There you go.
I think it's just so it's taking longer so it doesn't have to paint.
What's the problem?
It's too red. Well, it is red oak. Yeah. So we need something that's grayer.
I mean, I painted that on. I almost left it.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like gray looking.
Yeah.
And that's 3 coats.
Yeah. So we'll have to try again on the stain match. Wow! Look at that thing.
Is that, you like the pattern?
Yeah.
I like this coat, but you know.
It might be a little too big of a gap right there.
It's
in there.
artistic. You can't put limitations on art.
Okay. So I'm assuming this is our template for the angled stair rail section, or stair railing. We'll take it to the shop and make it out of some different material.
Material.
Maybe.
Material.
Let's do it.
Actually, we have an idea. Let's test fit it on the other side. There is just such a small chance
that it might work.
that it could work for both.
I doubt it.
What do you
We'll try
think?
it.
This is it's a great test.
What's your bet? I'm betting no, but
Well, we gotta mock up some
mock up some treads.
Treads really quickly.
What do you think?
It's like perfect.
Is it?
actually. It's
What are the chances of 2 stairs being the same?
Well, I mean, this is like the best chance you could get. It's 2 identical units.
Yeah,
right
they're
next.
only 5 feet apart from each other. I actually
That is amazing.
you couldn't build it in place any better than it fits from the other side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And-
times 2.
Yeah, and
two.
when we make the initial frame part, I say we just tack weld all the connections and then bring it in before we even
Then
weld off
the outside frame
Yep.
before the pickets.
Just be like, boom, okay, it fits, and then we can go nuts. Well,
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
we're set up here in the easy up, kind of like we're camping, and Jamie's already talking about building some other structure out here immediately, like a roof. But it's raining. We're gonna get this ground down and ready for primer. Jamie's gonna start building that section. I think it's gonna be fun. This was the first weld that I did, and it was terrible. Lots of air in there, so we're gonna Bondo fill it. My bad. That's the price of my education right there. We're hitting this primer light, if anything. If you hit it too heavy and it runs, it's just a lot of sanding. That's exactly what I just told Chase. Don't make me sand.
Yeah.
So he's doing a good job here. You can always come back and add more. That's way easier than sanding like crazy forever. Or figuring out later that you had a run that you didn't see after the paint's on. Right now we're working on a way to transfer the dimensions of this template to our metal railing. And it's not as easy as you'd think. We can't just like weld the metal railing up and then hold it next to the template to see if it is the same. Confused yet?
Yeah.
Cool. I realized after starting to measure this template that there was no way simply to transfer the measurements and plus the angles because our material that we built the template out of is crooked. Like this whole top rail it sags like an old horse's back. I mean, it's just really not straight at all. So I can't use that to measure from the base plate to the length of each post because it's measuring to something that's crooked.
Now that we have these wood pieces screwed down, we're gonna add a piece under here that'll give us an attachment point for a piece here to capture the location of all 3 feet, like a hard stop, and also where it hits the wall up here.
Here's what I'm thinking. I think we should, well, we can either rip a block that's 4 inches wide so that it becomes our alignment in this direction.
Oh, yeah.
Or we use an overwidth block and put marks. Marks is fine.
Yeah.
Just to locate.
So you're talking about the width of our
Yes.
foot, our metal foot's the same as that. And we want to make sure side to side it ends up exactly. And last, we're gonna trace the legs of this onto our bottom template here. Jamie's doing it now so that we have the locations of all of that we can lay our metal on. And this is the same width as our metal, 2 inches. And that should give us something better than nothing.
I think what we need to do on this top, see if I trace this, then I'm just tracing the swag.
Yeah, we should snap a line or use a straight edge or something.
Yeah, we'll get a straight piece of metal and go point to point. So I'm just gonna pick up the top of a post and say the bottom, because these are not perfectly straight pieces of wood, and I'm not gonna be able to make my metal thing conform to a curve. So we're just gonna we're just gonna take off the important bits now off of the template. Let's see, the bottom. Oh man,
guess we're done. I'm also tracing the bottom of this tubing so that it can give us the cutoff point here for our vertical piece is right there, so we can actually measure from butting into that to this point right here and get a real hard number, finally. But it's lunchtime.
Nobody likes a soft number. Number one, Mom. Yeah, that's who I married.
Oh, good. I figured out that if I'm welding and it starts kind of sparking like crazy or like at a slower rate or something weird, it's usually there's a piece of metal on the tip right there. So what I'm gonna do is take these needle nose type things and just break that off. See that? That piece right there was causing all the problems. So we'll get rid of that, snip the wire back again, reinstall the tip. All right, going down.
This whole time.
There we go. I think we'll just shut the tailgate and lift it up. Ooh, he likes the sweet. Wow. Jamie's like a hummingbird.
Let's go left.
Our fit is pretty dang good over here. Not perfect, but really good. The only problem is we're floating just a little on this middle foot right here. So we've got a couple ideas how we can fix that without disassembling this whole thing. We're gonna check it on the other side.
Improvement here. Oh, really good on this side.
Woo! Baby.
It's exactly the same.
Huh. If you didn't gather it already, this is a ton of work. And if you're wondering why we would do this, like make this metal railing instead of do something else, I'm sure Jamie's got an answer.
Well, we're gonna make a whole 3 video series.
That's not the answer.
The answer is, I just think it's better. When it's all said and done, this thing is gonna be so strong, people can swing around the corner if they like, and it won't hurt it at all. I have had problems with wood handrail systems coming loose over time. And even if you try to retighten them, which is difficult at best, you're not guaranteed to get it fixed as good as it was new.
That's right. I can second this. I put in railings like this at the top of my stairs, and my kids do like climb them, swing on them, whatever, and they're still like rock solid. It feels like a tree coming out of the ground. So
Wow.
I love it. That was a mistake. Like he's gonna do it again.
It tastes good, but it's not worth it, really.